Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our energy overview for this weekend, or for this week. Normally, what I'll do is I'll kind of type something up and, have a picture of the card or cards. But this week, I really felt the guidance to come live and just give a live energy update. I don't know necessarily what Spirit's going to bring through with that, but we will see. So, for this week, I already meditated and was just asking Spirit, what is the energy for this week? And the spirit animal that I got for this week is the hummingbird. And the hummingbird is that bringer of joy, that bringer of authenticity, happiness. And not only that, the hummingbird also gives us this invitation to focus on those ideas, those dreams, those goals that bring us joy, and to really place our focus there and say, okay, this is where I'm headed. This is where I'm going. I am putting my focus. I am putting my attention on to that this week. A majority of it. We don't say all of our attention, but a good majority of our attention this week should be put towards those things that bring us joy. Now, with that said, and with it being, authenticity, we actually have the web weaver in the challenger position this week. And the web weaver is asking us to really look at, where are we not being honest with ourselves or others? Where are we kind of going with the FOMO, that fear of missing out? Where are we not showing up authentically? And that's what the web weaver is asking us to look at. The web weaver is also asking us to really stand in our power, to stand in our truth. And that actually goes with the weekend contemplation that I did, which was all about telling the truth to yourself. So this is another big invitation for this week. Stand in your truth. Stand in the truth of who you are. Okay? And so as we stand in the truth of who we are, we then move over to our next card, which is the supporting energy for this week. And this is the ego sublimation. So this is just asking us to look at, okay, where am I wearing a mask? Where am I not being fully authentic? Where am I reacting instead of responding? Because when we react to something, that's coming from the ego. But when we respond to something, that's when we are coming from spirit. So we really want to be very clear this week on what part of our minds are we currently focusing on, and what part of our mind is in charge? Who is the I that's in charge right now? Is it our ego, or is it the I am presence? So this is where it's asking us to really step into that I am presence, because we see this mirror beginning to break. We see this mirror shattering, which means we are breaking apart aspects of our ego and saying, that's not me anymore. And I don't want to continue to embody this in whatever way, shape, or form, which then is going to lead us from there to gaining clarity. So we're going to be gaining that clarity as we step more authentically into the truth of who we are, as we tell ourselves the truth, as we let go of that agenda. And that also is going to help us to organize our dreams and desires, because we're not going to be coming from the ego's agenda, because sometimes the ego will be like, oh man, you definitely have to go after that. You're going to be rich. You're going to be famous. You're going to do this. You're going to get the recognition. And Spirit's saying, that's not the goal. If that's the goal, that's ego. That's where we need to take a step back and be like, whoa, 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 whoa. That's not where I want to come from. I want to spread the good news. I want to be a messenger of love. I want to spread kindness. I want to spread generosity. That's where we want to come from. So this week, we got to get organized, and we really do have to gain that clarity on what is the motivation behind my dream and desire? What is my motivation for wanting to do what I want to do? and just looking at that, being very observant of that. It's not judgmental, because if we start to get judgmental, then we're just headed right back into the ego territory. And then the ego is going to be like, oh, well, you're not, naughty, naughty you. You're not spiritual enough. You're not this enough. We don't want to go there. We're just observing. Oh, okay, well, the reason I wanted to do this was because I wanted to be rich, or I wanted to be famous. I wanted to get the recognition. I wanted this, I wanted that. But what is that altruistic reason underneath all of those that really prompted me to do this? And I can tell you from my own experience is I remember when I first started my own spiritual journey, and I'm not even going to lie about it. When I started, I wanted to get all the answers. I wanted to know all the answers. I wanted to be the end all be all, best of the best, get that recognition, get people to be like, wow, that's great. You're amazing. Those were all my ego reasons. But underneath all those ego reasons, there was that little seed in which was planted. I wanted to teach. I wanted to show people that life didn't have to be so hard, that spirit was real, and that they could call on spirit and ways to communicate with spirit. And that's what I began to water. That's what I began to nurture. That seed of, I really want to help people. I really want to teach. I really want to spread the good news of what is possible. So we have to get clarity so that we can really organize and start taking bite-sized steps towards our dreams and desires, whatever those bite-sized steps are. Because once we let go of that ego agenda, gain that clarity, gain that organization, that's when we step into the cosmic womb, which is all about creation. It's all about bringing things into gestation, starting that process. And that process can be redefining an idea. That process can be you taking an action step, be it making a phone call, be it writing a letter, be it reaching out to someone you know who does the work that you want to do. Whatever that is, that's where we get that. But again, we first have to be okay, where am I being honest with myself, and where am I being dishonest with myself or others? Where am I reacting to life instead of responding? And from there, where am I standing in my power? Where am I standing in my authenticity? And where am I still wearing that ego mask? Wherever I'm seeing myself wearing that ego mask, I want to begin to let that go, that ego sublimation, letting go of the ego, or the broken or the vanishing mirror. So letting go of that. And as we let go of that, again, we are stepping into that energy of, okay, well, now I'm stepping into authenticity. Now I'm stepping into the truth of who I am. And from there, I can now begin to gain clarity and organization, good morning, Shirley, on what my true dream and desire, goal, ambition is. Not from the ego space of, I want to be rich, I want to be famous, I want to get recognition, I want to get this, I want to get that, but instead from that little seed, from that altruism of, okay, well, I want to teach, or I want to help, or I want to be a messenger of love, or whatever the case may be for you. And then that's when we step into that womb of creation, because now it's not coming from ego. Now it's coming from spirit. And now spirit can help us in enacting. Hey, Karen, thanks for joining. Thanks for being here. And then spirit can help us to better take those action steps towards a dream that's going to be of service to others. I know I haven't been live in quite a while, and the spirit just guided me today to say, hey, you need to go live. And I said, okay. So I'm here live today. But I thank you all for joining me. I thank you for being here, and I will see you all throughout the rest of the week. I will be posting a blog later on this week. as well as a personal story and testimonial later on this week. So I thank you for joining me. I thank you for being here, and I'll talk to y'all soon.